So the Grosvenor Teacher Fellowship Program is a partnership between Lindblad Expeditions, National Geographic, that gives teachers the opportunity to go on an expedition to hard-to-reach places and then create lessons and activities for their students based on their expedition. It acknowledges good teaching and good teaching methods about the world and about the environmental sciences, and that's really important to me, to feel like I'm not alone, to connect me with other educators that feel the same way. My expedition as a Grosvenor Teacher Fellow is going to allow me to bring the Arctic into their classroom. It's going to allow me to help my students develop a sense of exploration that's really important to me personally, and that I hope will continue to be important to them in their lives. And it'll help make my science instruction about environmental science tangible, because I'm bringing my firsthand experiences, the data I collect, and the videos that I make into their lives. Let's measure it.
Too often educators are in silos and they think in the bubble of their classroom, and we sometimes, even in a subject like mine, like computer science, we forget that all subjects and disciplines are interconnected with the world. And so using the Nat Geo framework to think about geographic inquiry and connecting people across the world definitely impacts my teaching. Experience like this is important to bring back to my students, school, community, because life is bigger than just those things. I tell students that, we should be growing up to think about the problems we want to solve in the world, and there are some very, very important problems in particular regions like the Arctic, in these polar regions where climate change is very much an imminent threat. Understanding those places, and to be able to go back to my school and community and say, like, hey, I've talked to archaeologists, I've talked to divers, I've talked to biologists and geologists about this threat. I think that's important and brings it home for students to develop the sense of urgency that our world is very fragile, and they have the power and ability to do something about it.
This has been an eye-opening experience. It has challenged us physically, mentally. It's been enormously impactful in terms of our knowledge and our repertoire. We have learned things that we really didn't know before that now change the way we think about the poles, particularly the Arctic. We've met people on this trip that enhance the trip. This has been the kind of experience that just doesn't leave you ever.